Opie and Anthony. Let's not forget Jim Norton at Caroline's all weekend long. Tickets available for Sunday and a few for tonight. 212-757-4100. Personally, I'm not a fan of the geek culture.
Yeah?
But this King of Kong movie, I just absolutely love. The boys pulled the Billy Mitchell clips. I think it's worth doing.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of on the Billy Mitchell thing today. How do we explain this movie? It's
oh man, it really is hard. Like I said, it's just like I try to describe it to my friends, and I feel like
on the outside, just a quick synopsis. It's people vying for the highest score on Donkey Kong, and they're 80s era video game players.
Yeah.
That have not stopped their passion for this game. Now, that's the outside. It sounds kind of like blah, 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 blah.
But there's a whole culture to it, just to add to that, where people have bragging rights because they have the highest score on all those games from the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Donkey Kong is the big get, I guess.
But
because someone has the Miss Pac-Man record, and he walks around in this geek culture, and they're like, oh, there he is.
My point is, none of that matters.
Okay.
What the synopsis I just gave is the synopsis for the film, but
right.
None of that matters. They are all such incredible douches and just self-centered idiots living their life based on something that happened 25, 30 years ago.
And they're all basically still trying to live in this era when video games were the biggest thing for, in the early 80s.
Right.
It hadn't happened before. So Time Magazine did this photo shoot, with all the world record holders, and that was 1984, and they're still trying to live up this Time Magazine article, it's just way past their time.
The key to the storyline is this geek mafia is controlling this Donkey Kong score that they're protecting, and this one guy from the outside is trying to come in and get the score, but all these soldiers are out trying to hit him before he can even come close to Billy Mitchell.
Because he's not part of their crew.
Right.
It's like they're the Goonies and he's some other guy who's trying to fit in with the crew.
Yeah. And all that is what it's about and what makes it entertaining. If it was just a movie about people trying to... No one would make a movie about people trying to break a high score on a Donkey Kong game. It's just ridiculous. The whole thing that they are so just hung up on themselves, and their priorities are from another planet. They're just so self-centered.
But they do point out that it is a bigger deal than you think, because not only is it the Donkey Kong record, it's also the Donkey Kong Jr. record. So it's two records.
All righty.
Yeah, well, there you go. It starts with this clip. Introducing, how do you say Mark's last name again?
It's this guy's great. His name is Mark Alpiger.
Yeah, what is his deal again?
He's just one of these guys, man. I mean, he holds a few records, but he's not as he's not.
But he's got the Cubert record.
No, actually, that belongs to an 80-year-old woman.
Oh, that's right, it did.
Yeah. But this guy, I think he holds the Crystal Castles record.
Ooh.
But not with playing with your hand, playing with your foot. And they do show a clip of that in the movie where he's playing Crystal Castles with his awful sock foot.
Yeah.
Ew.
They all get together as record holders.
Well, some people call me Pigger. Mark Alpiger, Pigger. It's a little nickname. I
thought we were off the air for a second.
That much, but I don't dislike it either. And by the way, there's something for you. I abbreviate. I don't know if these guys abbreviate. It's not Marble Madness, it's Marble. It's not Crystal Castles, it's Crystal. It's not Paperboy, it's Paper. I don't know, do you say Paper or do you say Paperboy?
It's paper.
Right.
No, it's not.
Well, my title, of course, is...
It's nothing. It's ancient
paper.
drivel.
But that's how, if you're cool, you're being yeah, what's your high score paper?
Paper. I wouldn't say paper.
Why is that important to anyone? I don't get it.
What's your marble score?
It's marble. Why would not madness?
Why would it matter if
why
you
not
say
call it
paper
madness?
instead of Paperboy?
Because it's I'm inside. It's slang.
What if I called it madness?
People would be like, what game is that?
But that's my way of saying Marble Madness. I would just go, dude, madness.
Wait, you mean marble?
No, madness.
I've heard of marble. I don't know this game you're talking about.
See, this is what you get in film, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the type of dialogue that me and Sam were just having with each other.
Yeah.
That type of just inane, moronic talk.
But they actually filmed it and said, wow, this needs to be seen.
Yeah, and take whatever sarcasm me and Sam were just doing.
Yeah. I like to call it MM.
Marble Madness?
Yeah, MM.
Now you're just out of the mix completely.
I know.
Who
That's
is this?
okay, though.
I don't even get that.
Is that the dude?
This is the guy.
He looks like Hitler's nephew.
That's Pigger.
That's Pigger, Jimmy.
You don't know Pigger?
He's famous.
No.
He's good at marble.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's really
Well,
good.
What's his high score paper?
Crystal.
Pigger explains the game he likes.
Well, my title, of course, is Crystal Castles.
I love how he says my title, of course. Like,
Of course.
I can't believe I have to tell you.
That's what people know.
Everyone knows, but of course I'll,
Well, my title, of course, is Crystal Castles. Crystal Castles is where you control a bear, as dumb as that sounds. Normally, I'd describe a game like that as gay, but it is a kick-ass game. It's one
Control the bear.
Yes. Normally, it's the bear who controls the cub.
gay, but it is a kick-ass game. I think it's one of the few games that has an ending.
He's saying how that game is gay. Prove that you've ever been with a woman, please.
He doesn't have time.
He doesn't have time for the girls. He's too busy setting these weird records.
He's working on his marble score.
Marble, crystal, whatever.
I think it's one of the few
Paper.
games that has an ending, especially that early. It's like, I want an ending. No, we want the game to go on so players can play and new quarters won't come in the machine. Idiots. It's the suits and their low brain power.
That's the other thing.
This isn't even the most classic clip of Mark Alpager. The best clip of him is when he's describing this weightlifting glove that he bought in the 80s. And he starts talking. He's like, "Yeah, I found this in the '80s, man." He's like, "It's just a fingerless weightlifting glove. Got it for about $20." He goes, "You could play marble all day long." And he's like showing you how you could just, he's like, and he's talking about the padding and how great the padding is for.
Oh God, what an ass!
I got the clip. Here it is. How about we fix the CD players, please? Seriously,
hey, Sully,
please.
Sully.
Please.
How would Sully react to that?
Come
on, Sully. Do a Sully.
We got a malfunction.
See? It's great.
Oh.
Sully? Yes. You're not landing in the river.
And today's problem, by the way, Stunt Brain, the CD1 sticks. So sometimes you can't even turn off the pot.
You want to play it at LaGuardia or you want to play it at Teterboro?
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that earlier, and I've noticed that I didn't mention it to you guys. This is actually technically a weightlifting glove, because I discovered in the 80s that you could buy a weightlifting glove which was fingerless, and I used it to play Marble Madness. See the double padding?
Why didn't you say marble?
The guys that played marble, they used to call it a marble hand. You would get calluses, you would get pinches, you would get bruising from the pinches that would get it. And so I said, this is nuts. I'm going to get a glove and protect my hand when I play marble.
When I play marble, there, he said marble there.
Yeah, well.
And he says people would refer to it as marble hand. No, him and maybe one friend. He probably said, I got marble hand, and they said, what is that?
Yeah, well, from playing around with his friends.
Yeah.
Marble.
The marble bag.
If that's true, then I got hog hand from all my activity.
Joystick hand.
What an ass. But it's just chock full of morons like this who I don't know how